What's up, YouTube? I'm Brett from Rants, and as always, with me is my co-host Lance. Say hi, Lance.
Hi.
It's on audio tonight. Oh, late night, Lance. All right,
Oh
so
yeah, it's almost 3 o'clock in the morning.
yeah. but as always, guys, if y'all enjoy our content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. All right, so Cobra Kai Season 4 Karate Kid 3 villain rumor debunked by creators. That is one of the I work for Screen Rant, and I will say this guy that wrote the title for that don't know how to write articles because that was the most garbage title I've ever heard in my life. Like,
Yeah,
that title will not hit algorithms, dude.
I
Uh,
know when you sent me the topic or whatever of the
yeah.
article, I was like, what did he just flip?
Basically, for y'all fans out there, there was a rumor that the guy the Thomas Ian Griffith that played Terry Silver in the
Karate Kid
Karate
3,
Kid movies
Part
turned
3.
down the spot to join for season 4 of Cobra Kai.
I thought that was the stupidest rumor to even come up with this. I don't know who
Yeah.
came up with it originally or how it spread, but I feel like it was just a stupid rumor considering the way
Yeah.
they ended season 3
Yeah,
with
that's kind of the way I kind of felt towards it. I was
They
like,
show all the flashbacks of him and Silver in Vietnam and
mhm.
how he saved Silver's life, and then at the end of season 3, he calls somebody. We're not. It didn't show Terry Silver at this point, but he calls somebody. He's like, "I need your help." After
Yeah,
it just showed the flashback of Terry Silver in Vietnam, telling him anything you need for your entire life, I got you.
yeah. I mean
So
that.
why would they end that show if they thought it was a possibility that Thomas Ian Griffith wouldn't be doing it?
Yeah, I
I,
know.
I just I feel like that was a weak rumor. It's just somebody trying to start something, get attention,
It's just one of
get
those
some
weird internet rumors that
clout.
just it's just one of those weird internet rumors to get articles to
Clout,
start
yeah.
on it, and then it confuses fans of, hey, well, wait a second, I saw this on season 3 of
But
Cobra
yeah,
Kai,
like
and now
it's
they're telling me
it's
something
just
different.
it was just something stupid and
Yeah.
silly to do. I think somebody was bored and was like, "Hey, you want to see me freak out some
Yeah,
fans?"
no. But the good news is Terry Silver probably will be appearing in. I
Oh,
would say almost 100% sure Terry Silver will be appearing
yeah,
in
yeah, and
the next season.
I'm actually really excited
Yeah.
about that because throughout all the movies, he was my favorite villain, even more so than Kreese.
See, I liked Kreese in the original Karate Kid. Even though I'm not a huge fan of the Karate Kid movies, I did like Kreese in those movies. I do not like Kreese in Cobra Kai at all.
See,
Like,
I grew up watching Karate Kid a lot, right? And like I said, I liked Kreese. I mean, he was a good bad guy.
mm-hmm.
But Terry Silver was my favorite bad guy out of all the bad guys, out of all the Karate Kids. I just enjoyed the way Thomas Ian Griffin played that part so well.
Well,
Like,
it's because Terry Silver actually had some emotion to him. Like, he was
yeah,
even though he was a
he
bad
was a
guy,
good bad guy.
yeah, even
Like
though he was a bad guy, he had, he could
I
really
know
kind of talk you into
a lot of people are
caring
like,
for his character.
how, but a lot of people are like, how can the bad guy be your favorite character?
No, I
Because
think
you need a bad guy. You need a bad guy, and
you do.
he played Terry Silver perfectly. He was the perfect bad guy. Like,
I would say Thomas Ian Griffiths, Terry Silver. To me, I would like him to the guy that played Joffrey on Game of Thrones. Like, everyone might have hated him, but they loved his character. They loved hating on him. Basically, it was
oh,
kind of
you
to
loved
me.
how the guy
Yeah,
played
you
that
loved
character,
how the guy
and
plays
it's
it
yeah,
because he
and
did it so well.
it's absolutely the same way I feel
Yeah,
about Thomas Ian Griffith, and
yeah.
he's a really good actor,
He really
honestly.
is. He really is. I've seen him in a few other things. Um, but he's a good actor. But let me ask you this: Are you excited for the upcoming season? Are you excited for season 4 of Cobra Kai?
I am just because of the whole Terry Silver aspect alone.
Mm-hmm. So that
Alone,
alone. that
For that
alone will
alone,
drive you to be excited for it. Then,
yeah, that, and I do want to continue down the just the Hawk storyline. We've seen some changes, and with that character, we're starting to see kind of what I would call a redemption arc. And I just wish that it would go more in depth, and I'm sure it will in the next season. So,
see,
but I'm a big Cobra Kai fan.
Yeah.
Like I've been a big fan since episode 1. Like,
see, you and
I kind of nerd out.
See, you and I, when it come to Hawk, we've discussed off camera.
Yeah.
Actually, right before we did this, we had a huge discussion over Hawk.
Yeah.
I don't really believe Hawk needs.
But I mean, Hawk is probably even more so than like even Miguel and them. Hawk's probably my favorite character in the show. As far as the teenagers go, like obviously, if I pick a favorite out of the entire show, I'm gonna pick Johnny.
You want to know one thing, and I've loved Miguel's character all the way up to there was this one scene, and I thought it was the worst acting of the entire series, was when Johnny goes into the hospital after Miguel's accident, and Miguel's up there talking to him, and then he's like, "Get out!" And it looked so stupid. Like it looked like it looked
see
fake.
that.
It didn't feel like real rage. I guess it just was weird.
My with that is that I didn't even pay much attention to that, to be honest with you. The worst acting on this whole show for me has to be Robbie.
Robbie, look.
For me, look,
yes,
I know
okay.
I know a lot of
Fair
people
point
love Robbie, and that's fine. And it's not the character that I don't like when it comes to Robbie. It's the acting. I don't know what it is about that guy who plays Robbie.
Have you noticed that he moves his ear muscles move a little bit when he's in deep concentration? Every time I see it, I'm like, you smug.
Actually, I haven't noticed that, but I just noticed that he's just a bad actor, in my opinion. I just think he's a bad actor, and I know I'm gonna catch a lot of hate for saying that because for some reason
he's like one of those guys that I don't know. You could just be saying, "Hey, go get the milk out of the refrigerator," and he'll be in like this deep concentration. His eyebrows will go down, and he'll just be like you're just telling him like where a treasure map is.
I mean, I know,
like,
I do feel like Robbie's character is going to get really interesting right now because he's siding with Kreese and Cobra Kai against Johnny, and that alone is going to bring more depth to that character. And maybe I don't know, maybe maybe I'm too critical when it comes to things, but that's kind of my job.
I have been so over Robbie since season 1. Like, I just have never.
Like, I was really excited about that character at first. The character.
Oh, I liked him when he was kind of the guy that was stealing the stuff and all that. I liked that character. But then all of a sudden, it's just like he got really submissive for like the longest period of time. And the only time that he wants to be a douchebag is to his dad, but he's not that way towards his mom that completely just bails on him. So I didn't really understand.
Yeah, and now it's like, now he's kind of being like a douchebag towards even Daniel. And I'm like, you stole a car from this dude's business.
I know, you're lucky he didn't just call the cops on you and just leave you out there.
Yeah, he tried to help you out. He didn't know that the cops were going to show up when they did. Like, it wasn't set up like you think it was. He was trying to get to Robbie and take Robbie to the station himself and have him turn himself in to where it would look a little better on his part. And it just didn't play out that way.
But see, I just feel like I enjoy most of the characters on Cobra Kai. But I was
a little upset that
I feel like Kreese was kind of a bad villain to me, Terry Silver will kind of fill in that role.
Yeah, definitely. And I'll tell you something else that really kind of she wasn't like my favorite character, nothing like that, but kind of bothered me a little bit with season 3 was they just kind of wrote Aisha completely off.
Yeah, I didn't really understand that. They're like, they're just like, you know what? she moved to another school or something like that. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
okay.
and
Well, there you go.
I know that I can't remember her name, but I know the actress was upset that she didn't get invited back for season 3 because she had
Really? See, I didn't even
she
know that part.
yeah, she had put something on Twitter about it. She was not happy about not being a part of the show anymore.
When I first saw her, I was like, you know, she's gonna be one of those boring characters.
I
But
thought
man, was
that
I
too. I
wrong
thought she
about
was just gonna
her?
be a little. I thought that she was just gonna be a little side character,
Yeah,
like
I did too.
to show that Samantha was ignoring her friends
Yeah,
to just
yeah,
fit into the popular crowd,
yeah.
and she actually turned out to be a pretty good part of the show.
Really good part
And
of it.
I was a little upset about that,
So do
but
you
I
feel?
just wanted to put that in there.
So
But
do you feel like this show actually does need a villain like a Terry Silver? I mean, do you feel like it just needs a villain just in general? Is what I'm meaning about.
I do. I think it because this is my big thing with stories like this, or any story for that matter, is every story needs a villain. And I felt like they didn't really have that if they didn't bring in Kreese and they didn't bring in Silver. Because Johnny is not going to be the villain this time around. Daniel's not going to be the villain this time around either because of the nostalgia factor that comes with Daniel.
Yeah.
And so I felt like they needed they needed an enemy, a true enemy, other than, hey, I was a douchebag to you in high school. You're a douchebag now. Let's fight about it. Let's fight over a karate tournament that happened when we were 16,
Yeah.
even though we're 40. Like I felt like it needed something.
You want to know a show, and I know this
And
is
honestly, I thought Hawk was going to be the teenage villain at least, and
Yeah.
now it's
No.
that. Now I will say that was kind of a curveball that it's actually going to be Robbie instead of
Yeah.
Hawk.
Yeah, I know. I will actually agree with you on that one. But you want to? I'm going to give you an example of a show that at least season one reminded me of. You're probably going to think it's weird, but it's just kind of how I saw season one. Grumpy Old Men. You remember that show? Like
I
Grumpy
get
Old,
what you're saying.
because it's like there was no
I,
villain to that show. There
I
was
did. I
just
did. I
those two
don't
old guys are
understand
just
now.
douchebags.
I love Cobra Kai and I love the Karate Kid movies when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I do not understand the aspect of 40-year-old men being like, "You beat me in a karate tournament and it ruined my life."
Yeah, I didn't get that either. But I kind of felt like that whole them going back and
But then you
forth.
kind of, but then you do kind of understand it in an aspect when it comes to Johnny, when it starts showing like his childhood a little bit and how he, it's
Yeah.
kind of like what
Yeah,
you were
man, a
saying
lot
off
too.
camera earlier about the thing between Hawk and Dimitri, like that changed Johnny's life too, and then
Yeah.
Daniel just came in and took that away.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I kind of get it once I saw that because, let's face it, like we growing up watching Karate Kid, we never got to see that part of his life.
No. He was just a typical. Johnny was just a typical villain, or are they really? We didn't get to see
Bully
it from his
douchebag
side.
that he just had to be the bad guy for Daniel to make a story. Like I was saying, every story has to have a
Yeah.
villain.
But see
And
the
so
way.
that's why I feel like a villain in Cobra Kai is super important. Like there's got to be a villain, and I don't think it could just be Kreese. I don't think Kreese is a strong
No,
enough villain
I will agree
by
with you
itself. I didn't think
110%
that
on
even in the movies. I didn't think that. Like the first movie, yeah, he was a good villain,
Mm-hmm.
but when they did part 3.
Yeah,
I knew
totally.
they had to bring in Terry Silver then, and I think it's the same thing now.
I feel like Kreese is good. To me, Kreese is good in small quantities, but he's not.
Well, yeah,
He's
I
not
mean, like,
great
look, man.
altogether.
The thing with me when it comes to Kreese with Cobra Kai versus Kreese with Karate Kid is now this is a 60-year-old man that I'm supposed to take seriously as the ultimate villain. I don't know, but
Yeah, when he's smoking that cigar and tried to look all tough, I'm like, seriously, like, I mean, it's
now
bad
don't get
enough
me
we're
wrong.
talking.
There's some older men that can still whip your ass.
Dude, we're talking about Johnny and Daniel holding grudge into their 40s. This is a man that's in his 60s or 70s.
Yeah, and that's something else.
this
And
is
I don't want to go on too long with this video, but that was something else that was like bothered me. He told Johnny, he's like, how the karate tournament ruin your life, Johnny. Mm-hmm. Well, how the karate tournament make you go homeless?
I know.
Like, come on, man.
That's kind of the way I felt towards it. But overall, I would say this. I personally disagree. I personally disagree that they need a villain, but I do see where you're coming from on that. I don't think Kreese is the answer. I feel like Terry Silver is, and I am excited.
Terry Silver was such a better villain even in the movie.
Oh,
so
by
I know it's gonna be like that in the series.
Yeah.
And overall, I'm super excited for season 4. I know we got a long wait ahead of us.
Yeah, I know.
Because season 3 came out on Netflix on January 1st, and I was through with it by January 3rd.
Yeah, I know. That's kind of the way I was with it too. But yeah, overall, let us know what y'all think, guys. Are y'all excited about the return of Terry Silver? Do y'all think that Kreese was a good enough villain? Let us know just what y'all think about season 4. And as always, guys, thanks for watching.